Take a break from your busy schedule and join Harold Sala for Guidelines, a 5-minute commentary on living.
Was it not Auguste Rodin, the French sculptor, who gave the world the thinker, etched in marble in deep pensive thought? We think of the college prof with the baggy pants, shineless shoes, and styleless clothes as the deep thinker who just is in step with the times. Or we picture Einstein, his desk piled high with papers, his office looking like a typhoon had just come through, with thick horned rimmed glasses peering deep into space. He's lost in thought. It's no wonder the average person would just as soon leave this business of thinking to the professionals. Let somebody else do our thinking, we often reason. We suffer greatly because of it. Someone once said that most people think they think, but the reality is most people would rather die than think. The thinking is done by fewer people than you imagine. One of the reasons we don't do much thinking today is that we just don't have time for it. Activities push us harder and harder. The average person takes on 10% more responsibilities every year. No wonder we get tired, weary with the routine, burned out. There isn't much to stimulate your thinking either. Most television programming is a bland diet of stuff geared to the intellectual level of a third-grade child. The few programs with adult-level content are quickly removed and never make it past the first season. We really don't like to think, so we go through life collecting years toward retirement, punching the time card, getting home late, plopping down in front of the TV, or wasting away our hours in nonsense until it's time to go to sleep. Like the message on the T-shirt, life is hard, then we die. Morbid, you cry, and I agree. Then think about it and do something. Like what? First, shut off your TV. It is the greatest single challenge that exists today to your brain. True, you may go through withdrawal. It takes time for the Novocaine to wear off, but eventually it will. Next guideline, get alone in a quiet place. Begin by making a list of your blessings, perhaps your assets too, the good things that God has given to you. Then make a list of pressing problems or items you need to think about. Challenge your position with some what-ifs, like, what if I quit what I'm doing right now? What would I really want to do? Ask yourself, is this all there is to life? What am I missing? Is there no purpose to existence? Stimulate your thinking with the challenge of good books. Biographies are always great. You may even try a dose of deeper stuff like Science Digest, or, are you ready for this? Even some history. Dr. Eric Bienstock, whose specialty has been to stimulate people to think, writes, the person who likes to think and sees life as a challenge will start reading on his own and discover that history is really about people, their lives, decisions, thoughts, and problem-solving. Start reading your Bible, friend. Discover how God met men and women at the point of their greatest need. Start thinking about your future and what God has for you. The tremendous brain which God gave you is horribly unemployed and poorly used, but you'll be amazed how quickly it will tune up and start working. Take charge. Think. Write. Read. Ask questions. Ponder. Listen. Long ago, God spoke about the turbulence of a changing world and said, "Be still and know that I am God." The benefits of thinking far outweigh its cost. Try it.
You've just heard Dr. Harold Sala with Guidelines, a 5-minute commentary on living. If you would like to listen to the program again, download a copy, subscribe to our e-commentary, or view other resources, visit guidelines.org. We would like to hear from you too. You can email us at info@guidelines.org. That's info@guidelines.org. Thanks for listening, and we invite you to join us again for the next edition of Guidelines.